Yo, what's up, you guys? It is Tuesday, July 8th, and we are back with another TnS Daily review. So, jumping right into things, we actually did not have a long setup pretty much anywhere. Actually, sorry, let me remove these indicators here. Yeah, we're good. But yeah, we actually didn't have any long setups, or any setups really, anywhere. So, we have to wait for price to create one. And this is the 930 candle here. You can see that there's nothing here until we create a setup right here, the short. And the short ended up getting TP, but it created a long setup in the process. So we'll fast forward a little bit here. We dumped again, missed the entry for the short, but then we started a move back up and it got tagged in. So remember, no setups down here. Actually, let me double check that this is not a valid long because it looks like it might have been. Okay, that's invalid because it's too close to the edge there. You can see it's not 3 points away, so that's actually an invalid long. Never mind. So we have a long setup here, but a short got tagged in. We'll do the short first. Uh, the first candle that tapped the FEG was this one. You look to the left, it already swept that low, which means this would have been, the original TP that's already been hit. So what do? You look for the candle that taps the TnS entry, then you look to the left. This low here would have been your TP for 55 points, as you can see up here. And it was a version 2 short, of course, both versions. Stop loss up here, and you can see it did end up getting TP. So trade number one is a win for both. Okay, so once again, trade number one is a win for both, but in the process of that short getting a win, we actually had a long setup that actually got stopped out. It was versions 1 and 2 for the long, of course, because if you switch this to version 2, it looks a little bit different, but it's still version 2 long. It's basically just a little bit lower for the higher entry there. It doesn't really matter which one you took, because if I mark out the stop losses for them both, you can see they both got hit. So these would be the two stop losses here, which means you would not want to see the two black lines get hit. And unfortunately it did. So trade number 2 would also be a loss for both. Okay, now moving on. We actually didn't get another setup for quite some time, and you can see it finally gets tagged in there, but it ended up being basically an instant loss. Right here, you can see it was a version 2 long, and it got stopped out pretty much instantly here to the tick, really. See, it wicked right off it, and yeah, just lost. So trade number 3 is going to be a loss for both as well. Okay, so after trade number 3, I don't think we got any more setups for the rest of the day. So we're getting into about 3:35 here. I don't think we got any more setups. Yeah, no. So it's going into 4:10 right now. So that would be the cutoff. That was the last setup of the day, the long setup that failed. These will be our final stats for today. Let's tally it all up and get our final results. All right, so these will be our final results for TnS versions 1 and 2 because they took the same exact trade, so they have the same exact results. So both versions today with minus 0.4 R, minus 15 points, and that's with 1 win and 2 losses. So pretty much a light red day today. Maybe it would have been different if we had more setups, but we still are getting these very, very slow days for TnS where we don't have too many setups per day and we're only getting like 1 to 3 per day. It's kind of annoying, but it is what it is. So pretty unfortunate it couldn't get green today, but at least it's kind of a light red day. But yeah, guys, it's gonna wrap it up for this daily review, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.